incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one.
Diego. Here comes the Flushing Flash, Kevin Kelly.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Las Vegas, please welcome a 2-division world champion, introducing Diego Chi.
Not too many in this arena as the hype can. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Good counter punching. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Good counter punch. Can't land that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there? You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this, because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Diego Corrales that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. Here we go for round 2. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can knock anybody out. You've just got to hit them in the right spot.
The straight right just misses. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Kelly in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to... And there's the bell to start round 3. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
These punches coming from every angle. Just misses with that uppercut. That counter punch caught him clean. Couldn't land that jab. Nice counter. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
These two were made for each other. The perfect counter lands. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Diego Corrales that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here we go to the fourth round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. You blame overblown.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Punch, counter punch. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Nice counter punch right up the middle. One punch could change everything in this battle. He threw a punch and just got count. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Diego Corrales that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to get back out there.
And there's the bell for round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
I Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Don't score with that right uppercut. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Nice counter shot. There's a counter shot. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
That counter shot lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Diego Corrales that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell.
This is the beginning of round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Beautiful counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
That jab misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That left hook missed. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he scores with the counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Diego Corrales that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. Round 7, here we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Catch and shoot. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower, calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
That jab won't score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Diego Corrales that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy. And we enter the 8th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. How about that time counter shot? That jab doesn't score. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How would you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. They exchange punches. Do you believe what we are seeing? They both want a knockout, you can tell. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.